Hi, my name is Siobhan, somebody's name is No Shed, Spurs video podcast. First of all, I'm just want to say to you guys watching it, I am delighting how Liverpool are not even getting anywhere near close to what we did to Hearts last season. Yeah, you guys are gonna, Champions League contenders definitely, and I think you're gonna win, possibly, I don't know, win the league. Yeah, it's not a fair comparison because we actually had quite a few of our first teams in that game, and obviously, the riots last year, we were very short on fitness. So yeah, it's not a fair comparison, but still a bit of a laugh, isn't it? In terms of transfer moves, we are selling a lot more than we are letting in. It seems. Obviously, Bassong, gonna give he's gone off to Norwich. I wish him well. I don't know if people forget that. Although people will malign him, especially against young boys, it was his header that managed to get us back in the game. It was his header against Liverpool that really signalled a change, especially for Liverpool anyway. I just think a lot, as a result, he has a lot to contribute. Unfortunately, he hasn't really had the most chances. Just purely because he hasn't got into the team. His confidence can't have been any good when you choose Ryan Nelson over him. Ryan Nelson's a good defender, but the guy's been injury prone, hasn't played for ages. Harry choosing him, some excellent man management there, Harry. So I wish him well. Michael Dawson, obviously the rumour was he was going to go to QPR. It doesn't look like that's happening right now. They can't, apparently match terms or something. But I hope it goes. I hope a deal does go through for the guy. I love Dawson. I've always thought he's at the heart of the lion. But I think you've got to put it in perspective. If Woodgate or King had been fully fit throughout 2009-2010, then let's face it, you wouldn't have seen doors for Toffee in that season, And that's what he says. He's got the heart of a lion. He will go through, a steel wall for you. I mean, this is what this guy is. But unfortunately, he isn't agile. He isn't quick. He won't get any quicker or any more agile. And with the style of play that our new coach likes, this high pressing line, unfortunately, you're only as strong, or in this case, as quick as your slowest link. And unfortunately, Hudson. I mean, let's face it. As good as Dawes is, he's not as good as John Terry. Let's let man no bounds about it. As a player, okay, as a person, he's about 1,000 gazillion John Terrys, but much better. But as a player, no. Now, if John Terry struggled, Dawes is going to really struggle with it. Another player that's going to struggle with it is obviously Hudson. He's apparently going on loan to Stoke. I think the reason I think he's going on loan is because getting playing a regular set of games that increases his value. I mean, he's been injured for last year. He hasn't played. This will help show off for his value, and it makes sense. And again, it's quite sensible. In terms of what I think obviously Addy signing, that you guys know I've been pushing for it. And again, I saw that Pjanic, who we've been linked with. I don't know how we'll get him because he only went to Roma last year, so unless he feels like moving again. Apparently settled in the Italian capital, but obviously I'm guessing we can play decent money, compared to Roma. I don't know if Roma can, they're not Inter Milan, they're not Milan, they're not Juventus, so hopefully we can, match them comparatively financial wages. Although I thought we were in the Champions League, but when I saw him play, I think, the highlights on YouTube against Germany, and there's a bit of Fabregas about him. He can spot runners. He's got a good radar about him, the way Luka Modric does. And I think he's obviously mobile. He tracks back. He puts his foot in, and as we saw, we managed to get a yellow card for it. But again, this is playing for Bosnia. This is playing for his own country. Will he play for his club as well for his country? I'm not too sure because, like I said, I've never seen the lad play apart from on YouTube. But who knows? I've met of mine, a good guy called Peter Molnar. Yeah, he's apparently, although Peter's Croatian, obviously he knows a bit about most players from that region, and the guy knows a lot about football. And he said, look, apparently they call him the Bosnian Zidane. I wouldn't go that far, but I think he can turn, for a five guys at 5'11", he's got a good bit of balance about him. So you're assuming that he can hold onto the ball, if he decided to, or he can actually decide, I'll release the ball, or I can shoot it, and he can definitely got a shot on him. And I think for what 14, 15 million, I think that's a pretty good deal to be had. He's 22, probably the same age Luka was when he joined us. I think it's a great deal if we can get it done. Let's get it done. Obviously, we've been linked. I'm still going to go. I wouldn't mind seeing Sturridge purely because he can play up front by himself. He can play left wing, plays a inverse right winger, and I think he's on a Bosman. And if Chelsea do sign Hulk, he's going to go down the pecking order because let's face it, Hulk could either play on the left wing, on the right wing, or Hulk will play up front, instead of Torres. Again, he's not going to get the chance again. I personally feel that he's better off playing with a team that really believes in him. And I think Villas-Boas did believe in him. He's got 7 and 15 under Villas-Boas. I have no problem with it at all. In terms of Adebayor, I mean, the guy. People are going, he misses loads of chances. Do you know what? He scored 17 goals, and about 3 goals he had that were valid were disallowed. So he had 20 goals, and in about I don't know how many league games for us. Say 36 league games. So if they were genuine goals, they were counted, and he would have 20 and 36. You can't really knock that. I mean, I think that is impressive. I don't care what the fucking one says. That is an impressive thing. I just think, if you're gonna hide, he's got a target man. He's got a point to prove. Obviously, we can play him against Man City now, and he'll have a point to prove against them. So yeah, if we can get the service to him, I think it'd be great. Obviously, we've been linked to Damiao. What the hell's happening with that? I don't know. I think Villas-Boas is playing very cagey. He goes, we've got Adebayor, we've got JD, we've got Kane. I'm happy. I don't need any more players. I think Damiao is going to happen. I think 20 million. It's quite a lot, but obviously I think once Luka Modric is sold, that's 35 million. You got Dawson going for possibly 8-9 million, and it's a great deal. He gets more money in terms of his wages. We get a fair chunk of change for a guy that's going to be 29 going on 30, and he's going to get to play games when he loves, and he knows if he comes back to the lane, there'll be a rousing reception for the lad. So yeah, it's a great bit of business. I think obviously people say, well, we can with Gallas. I hate Gallas. He's ex-Schooner. Do you know what? I don't give a shit. As long as he plays well for us, I don't give a shit who the fuck he played for. I think it's like Adebayor. You remember the shit we said about his parents. He let that go, and I was well surprised, but he was able to do that. In terms, obviously the ITKs are going overboard. But it's answered to me. Who would you like to get in now? I'm thinking Pjanic. Obviously got Adebayor for 5 million or 10 million. I think 5 million went to him, so I don't know how the money worked out, but he's Man City are still paying half his wages. That in itself, that's one hell of a deal. So 5 million. There's hopefully if we can get say 25, 35 odd million for Luka Modric, who actually apparently wants a loyalty bonus. Yes, right, he wants a loyalty bonus. Then I'm hoping that can sign at least maybe, I don't know, Pjanic and Damiao, and hopefully, who knows, we can try and make a bid for Martini at some point. I don't want to tell Rafa. I think it's dumb. Whoever suggests saying Rafa, you're an idiot. I think we'll keep Rafa purely because Pjanic is a good player and he can play as a 4-3-3 or behind the striker, but he's more of a midfielder, and I think he's got that range of passing. I think Van der Vaart, the problem we've always had with Van der Vaart is that he likes to drop too deep, but as long as he can stay up front, close to the striker, I think it will work really well. So yeah, coming up towards 10 minutes. So this is my kind of review of the week for about transfers. Obviously, tomorrow, they could be transfers, up until Trevium, so they could play against us, against West Brom. But until they do, I'm going to go over the players that we have right now on our books. Other players, Villas-Boas will be able to pick from. Anyway, please go on the ad links if they do appear. And as always, come on, you Spurs.